Earlier this year, we had the pleasure and privilege to be at the Southern University's Network Practitioners Conference at the Grand Harbour Hotel in Southampton. We ran a keynote as well as some engagement workshops with our young consultants, and here's how it went.
The whole theme of today's conference is collaboration, and that is absolutely key because all the talks that people are having today are about how actually they've collaborated either across universities from a school to a university or across colleges with third parties, and that's kind of where participation people come in. So we've been lucky enough to work with participation people now, I think since 2018 with the SUN Young Researchers programme, and that has been absolutely key to getting student voice into our programme, because obviously we know what we want to tell young people, but what we really need to listen is what do they need from us and how do they actually want to hear that. So we've had various different projects looking at what sort of information, advice and guidance young people would need, what information would they like about vocational courses. We looked at digital engagement, especially in the pandemic, about how people were learning and how they were receiving that information. And most recently we've looked at attainment raising as kind of actually we know what we feel from the schools and the university's point of view, what we need to do about attainment raising, but actually what do the young people feel that they really need support with and where we could help with their schools. So we've been really lucky to be involved with all those projects. Today the participation people have been absolutely fantastic, delivering a keynote which is delivered by young people, including two who have worked a lot on some young research projects as well, which is really lovely, to kind of give that insight to all the organisations here about how they can engage that sort of student voice effectively, actually meaningfully in their organisations and what they do. And we're also looking forward to running a new project with them as well to kind of really look at our programme's been running for 6 years, and we're now looking at actually we've got the opportunity to actually re-look at some of those areas and see, is it still the same for young people? Have we made an improvement? Have we made a difference?
Collaboration That was a really good workshop, and it made me think and just keep asking questions. So like engaging with students, working with students is stuff we do in our projects, but when you get the chance to talk to different practitioners, you just start thinking more and more, and you ask loads of different questions. So really insightful to speak to students particularly, and to speak to young people, find out their perspectives and kind of question some of the things we're already doing from their point of view as well.
Definitely giving us that space to kind of step back and try and get into those questions, the minds of the young people, to help us obviously create the things that they need.
Absolutely, it's definitely the space, isn't it? Because in the day job you do your projects, you keep working, and you can't take that step back and just see the bigger picture. So
so we're going to take away the template from the last thing, and we're going to take it into our access team and create it there as well, finish it off.
I found the workshop really great, really engaging, especially the insight from young people. So our group was supported by Jeremy, who gave us really, really great insights from a young person's perspective, sort of the perceptions of university, peer influence, and the influence of social media, especially the sort of negative press that was going on in social media around universities. So that's definitely some great insight and some food for thoughts for future work with young people.
I would highly recommend, if you want effective student voice, effective engagement with young people, that's why it's worked so well working with participation people. It isn't that token gesture of having a young person on a panel or as part of a committee. It actually is a genuine connection, and it's coming from the young people actually, so they can actually do that work with their peers and be able to inform us in how we actually get the best practice and the best support for the young people, which is basically why we're all here.
If you would like one-of-a-kind youth-driven insights and activities at your conference, let us know in the comments below. Or get in touch and head over to our website. Let's youth-proof the future together.